Definitely does. What's up, guys? Today is Wednesday, May 1st. I keep on saying March, so I had to catch myself there. Today is Wednesday, May 1st. Off to a good start, right? Q2 off and away. 1 month down already, so make sure you guys are looking at your goals and refreshing them, right? We're almost halfway done with the Q2, so it's not going to take long. So make sure you guys are keeping a pulse on that, knowing what you need to do, right? Like I always say, your goal, you then have to work backward from. So if your goal for Q2 was to lock up a deal, how are you looking into that, right? If your goal for all of 2024 was to get your first deal, well, you're almost halfway done with Q2. How are you looking for that, right? What have you done so far? So take that into account and let's reassess. Man, every time I start ranting, I get the burps. Part of this, part of the whole testing thing. So what are we talking about today? Today we are talking about marketing. But beforehand, as always, if anybody needs a hand, reach out, drop a comment, and we'll jump on it. Today, we're going to talk about marketing. In particular, I want to show one tool that I think is amazing. What I love about it is you can start using it for free. A lot of these tools you can get into and start using just off of not only trial accounts, but your first, let's just say 10 automations are free until you really start using them. Then you'll have to upgrade, right, to a paid service. But then even then, it's not expensive. And by then, you'll know whether or not you need it for your business. A lot of times people, even me, right? Like a lot of times people want to jump around on systems. Just yesterday, I was having a conversation with Tommy. I'm ready to jump CRMs again. And we have a fully set up system, fully set up business, right? And I'm sitting here ready to pull the legs out just because my CRM's pissing me off. Point of the story is you're always looking to change, right? So find one that works best for your business. Today, I'm going to showcase a couple of those. And also, before I start, I want to just talk about my timeline for today. I'm only going to be here for an hour. I am going to cut it short today just because at 2 o'clock, I have a call with my good friend, Brittany Kosev, BK Real Estate. She's also a member and a mentor, part of our reiAF. So I'm going to be jumping on her call to help her team out. I will see if I can get the link and drop it in the comments, see if anybody wants to hop on over there. All right. So when you're getting into marketing, when you're getting into automation, let me just say that when you want to, because that's what we're discussing today, is automation in marketing. It all comes down to drawing out your business as you walk it, right? And I mean, literally, you have to walk your funnels, walk your lines, walk everything. And that goes for everything. What do I mean by that? Let me share my screen and show you how sadistically I break things down. So what you're looking at, all right, let me back it up a little. This, don't worry about the app. You can use this. This is a free version of Miro that I use, and it's just for drawing out flows and such like that. This is what I built for my lead flow, right, for the marketing. So you have to figure everything that's coming in. What type of lead, all right? And let me step back a little. When you're talking about real estate, there's 3 different steps for every property, all right? There's a lead, there's an opportunity, and then there's a transaction, okay? These are 3 completely separate things, all right? A lead is John Smith. A lead is old grandma, right? A lead is a wholesaler. The opportunity is 123 Main Street. Okay, so to further get into that, what I mean by that is a lead can have multiple opportunities, right? So you have to treat them completely different. All right, you're constantly nurturing leads. Leads are the lifeblood of real estate, and you really, I'm going to start getting that made on shirts. If you don't have leads, you don't have anything. Leads are the lifeblood of business. This is everything, right? How do you nurture leads? Leads are coming from past people, coming from future people. It's coming from everywhere. Okay, so just thinking that you're getting started doesn't mean that you don't have leads, or like, how do you do it? You nurture all around, and you have to make sure that you're actually laying out a path for them to walk, in a sense, right? Like, think of it as an assembly line. All right, when you put a lead wherever it comes from, whether or not it is a driving for dollars lead, or if it's a sticky note that called in, or a bandit sign, or somebody called in from the website, right? You have to have paths for all these. And again, walk them through your system. So, for example, driving for dollar lead comes in, it gets put in the system, it's skip traced and analysis, skip trace and analyzing done, and then it gets processed on. I'm not going to try to read behind the camera. That messed me up the other day. But I'll put the PDF version of this in the community on the call for today. But this is also in the resources somewhere. Everybody, this is just how we do it, right? You don't have to do it this way. When you're first starting out, you're only going to have one of these, right? You're only going to have, I'm not expecting people to jump in and have 6, 7, 8, 10 lead sources, right? You have to scale to your business. So in the beginning, you're only going to have one of these nice little paths. And then as you make a mistake, because trust me, there's going to be mistakes, your goal is to not do it twice. So even today, this is a living document, right? We constantly are adjusting what happens here, if-thens, right? So if-thens is how you build your business, by literally walking through a lead flow, all right? When a lead calls, what happens next? If this happens, what happens next? So I'm just going to run over a couple resources here. So there's literally IFTTT. It stands for if this, then that. I'm pretty sure. So if this happens, then that happens. It's pretty simple. This is a great resource. This is just like Zapier. We use Zapier. I have nothing good or bad to say about any of them, right? Another one that is coming out, I would say it's newer to the market, but I'm starting to see a lot of different buzz around it, is make.com. Again, this is a free version. All of these programs are just connecting multiple different websites, right? So think of it like an octopus, right? They are literally just hubbing everything together, and they're making them all work and jive, okay? So how do you make a phone call turn into an email and a text message back to that same person that called, right? You're going to use these type of systems. Make, I'm not talking good or bad against them. It is a newer one. It's kind of fancy looking. You make scenarios. You can have a bunch of them. The scenarios are really nice on the eyes. They have a nice UI, and it is pretty in depth, right? They do have a lot of APIs that they connect to. They have a lot of different programs. So look into it. It is something to check into. Maybe this would be a better route for your business than going with Zapier. Again, I'm not trying to sell Zapier. I get nothing for it. It's just the business that we were set up with, and that's the one that we built out on. So, all right, let's jump into our Zapier. Okay, so this is just some of them that have run today, right? TED 1057. I bet if I update this, It might have actually been something newer. All right, so at 10:57 was my last zap in a sense, and that's just the automation that ran. The automation that ran for this, right, and we can trying to see here. So I just like looking in the editor just because you can clearly see it's a flow, right? You're seeing what happens. So a webhook, okay? A webhook is that's not bad. Pabbly. I will look into that. Just so you know, Anthony, I keep my comments down, so if I don't answer you right away, it's just because I tried not to look down. But I don't know that. I will definitely look into that. That's a good no. Man, I don't know how many. I should probably look. But webhooks, right? It's just something that you set up for these. We create in Zapier. You create your own webhook and you give it to somebody. If you're using a marketer, right? You're going to say, hey, listen. When a lead comes in, I want you to set it up with this webhook, or if you're going to use this third-party software, you're going to just enter that webhook in that third-party software. So you generate it here, and then what happens? Next thing is the lead comes in, and it has to get formatted because it might not come in. It's going to come in all jambled, right? Let's just say that. And then from there, I have it connecting to my Salesforce, and this is my CRM. So when a call comes in a sense, it's now entering data. It's creating a lead. It's going to populate the street address, the city, the state, the zip code, country, the phone number, the mobile number, if there is an additional one, and email, right? And then it's going to label it as new, untouched. Where it came from was Carrot. So that's our Carrot source. Our Carrot website is the source. So very simple. But that's how we run our entire business, right? So this is additional. These are all of our zaps, right? I have zaps for Lead Zolo, which is when we run different campaigns, right? You try to keep things separated. I have all of my left main, which is Salesforce. These are all of the zaps that we have running through there. And again, you try to keep things separated so you know what campaigns are coming from where, right? Mastermind junk, as I like to call it. All the zaps set up there. A lot of them are actually turned off just because we revamped everything. And then Zeus Exteriors, right? It's the business. You can have anything and everything. How do you design something like that? Let's create a new zap. You know, before I say that, I want to see how many. Oh, it just rolled over. Oh, no. So we pay for the 5K Pro plan. That's probably a discount in the long run. I'm going to have to look into Pabbly. That's another resource for you. Thanks, guys. That's awesome, man. I'm definitely going to look into that. But anyway, sorry, my ADD is horrible. So what can you do, right? There are a million would be too small, right? There are an ungodly amount of different combinations you can do. What you can touch, what you can connect to different things. When somebody fills out a form in Eventbrite, they're going to get a text message, right? Bing, bang, right? How do you design all these things? How do you do all that? So I'm going to actually take a step back. I like to literally whiteboard everything and walk through the process. So I'm going to get a little manic here and say, what do we want to talk about? Let's do an email campaign. So that's your funnel. That's your one half of your funnel, right? Your funnel's double, obviously. And this is going to be the email. On the bottom, if I want to engage, was it 2%? You would work backward. Usually 2% is your response rate that you try to shoot for. 2% is high, but hell, always aim for the stars. 200, 2%. What is that? Oh man, I'm all nervous now on math. Is that 2,000 or 20,000? Thank you for that. I got your text. I got your link. Oh man. Yeah, 10,000. I was close. So if your response rate is 2%, then I'm looking for this. This is my goal, to get 20 people to engage with, right? So that means you're going to reverse engineer it. So you're looking to send out at least or have 10,000 people in the top of your funnel, right? And then you're going to have dropout. You're going to have people jumping out, right? But your goal is to walk them through this journey until they're with you. This goes for everything. This is home sales. This is door knocking, right? This goes into real estate. How do you buy grandma's house? It becomes with awareness, right? How can she discover you? Well, this can be cold calling. This can be driving for dollars, right? This can be inbound leads, outbound leads. This can be anything. Can be PPC. This can be a garbage man. You play, you get a bunch of bird doggers, right? And you pay them $100 for every time they tell you somebody hasn't put their garbage out in 6 weeks or something, right? You find people. And then you're building awareness. You're educating. You're building rapport during this whole time, right? So you're walking them through the steps, and you want to build it out, right? So let's start off with how are we gonna find them? One of the examples, let's just say Eventbrite. That's a good one. How do people find out about us? They want to do Eventbrite. We can do Eventbrite. They fill out a form. They get an email. They get a text message. And then, right, email, they're going to get a text message. Then you're going to wait 3 days. And it's going to touch them again. Right? and I love how I'm writing sideways, expecting you guys to read this. But you walk through the steps, and this is why I love whiteboards. You walk through the steps as the lead. What at each time, what is going to happen at each step, at each interval? What happens next? What happens next? All right. So somebody fills out a form on Eventbrite. New attendee, new registrate. Connect your account. I'm going to have to get a bigger TV because I keep not being able to see. No, I want to leave this one blank. All right, so somebody fills out a form on our Eventbrite. Somebody signs up for one of our things. What happens next? Well, they're gonna get a SMS and an email, right? What does the SMS say? I should probably just, no, I can't even pull it down because I won't be able to see it. Where is it coming from first? Is you have the link. I'll use my phone number because I'm fine with that. You just say something nice, right? So for wow. So just just a little touch, just letting them know who, hey, thanks for registering for our upcoming open houses office event. Let me know if there's any way I can help, right? Simple. I don't actually want to test this though, because it will send Hazel a text message. What I can do though, I can go back here. Hold on now. Let me see if I can find new records. I don't know what link this is coming for. You love when things don't go as planned. All right. Well, anyway, you would do the SMS and then email, same thing. You're going to send an outbound email. This would, honestly, send him that text message right now from a random number that we have in our account. I just don't want to right now, just for testing sakes. I was trying to see if I can find one that I had, but for some reason I can't find any of our past inbounds. So it's only pulling good old Hazel. So what was I doing? Send out. All right. So who? Yeah. All right. So here, who? Where are we pulling the data from? We're pulling it from step 1. We're sending it to Mr. Hazel. Subject. It's lagging. I knew I misspelled networking. So it's just simple, right? Something that you want to send out to everybody. You can BCC yourself every time, right? Who do we want to BCC? This way I always get a record of it. Oh. Mm-hmm. All right. The cool thing is, again, you can do things like wait. or it's delay, right? You can do a delay and set a time. Delay after Q, delay for, you can do multiple different things, right? So delay for, wait until, days until. Delay for, yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll wait 3 days. So just the test would be, today is the 1st, right? It will release on the 4th at this time, right? So that's obviously good. What happens after 3 days? I want to just reach out again. And this can be with anything, right? I'm using, for an example here, I'm building a funnel just because I've been doing it so much. I'm building a funnel for reiAF, right? And in my head, I'm thinking, where are these people coming from? They're coming from an event, right? They're coming from a meetup. They're coming from a luncheon. If you're a realtor, they're coming from something, right? You can pull this from something. It's your top of your funnel. This can be Facebook. This can be people that comment on your posts, right? This can be anything. You can automate so many different things. Let's say you want to put a Facebook post, and every time somebody comments on it, something happens, and then run it through this way. These type of tools are so invaluable for you as you get going, because you have to free up your time, right? You're going to be wearing all those hats, and you have to, and just to constantly touch everybody that you've been in contact with. That's how people lose money, because they don't reach back out, right? They'll get a deal that comes in and they get happy with, maybe 1 in 19 leads or something like that, right? As a close rate. But what they're missing out is their numbers should be 1 in 10, right? So they have to go back, and in those 19, they're missing out of the 18, right? So they have to go back and work them. And a lot of times it's just extra work, so they're not getting done. My team yells at me when I get too many leads coming in, and I understand 100%, because it's too much, right? You get stressed, you get overworked, you have too many things to do. Even if it's as simple as picking up a phone and texting, hey, so your lead come in, just want to touch base with you, how can I help? Just doing that over and over and over again, trying to find time for that, sometimes it gets daunting, right? The pile of shit that you have in your head just gets built up. So if you use tools like this properly and accurately, and a lot of times they're free, especially just starting out, they will make your life so much easier. Automate your life so you don't have to do the stupid shit, like waiting 3 days and then tracking who the hell I'm talking to 3 days from now. Oh, I have to go back and talk to XYZ, these leads. That sounds weird. These leads. All right, so I'm gonna Red Bull down. We're okay. It's carpet. It'll absorb. All right. Here's, again, just these are other ways that you can use it, right? This is one way I was trying to automate my Instagram. And I found it. I actually, this works. Every day at 9 a.m., it checks this Google Sheet, and it posts on this Instagram, right? I just don't update the Google Sheet. So, but this would work. One way, again, if you wanted to use ChatGPT and build out a Google Sheet one afternoon, build out the Google Sheet and then set back, and then for the next month, all of your social media marketing is done, is just taken care of. Bam, bam, bam. Twice a day, I'm going to get this post, this comment, this call to action, right? This recipe is going to get repeated over and over and over again. That word recipe is the big word, right? Is the key word, because you have to find the recipe that works and just repeat it over and over and over. What are some more of our Zaps that I have built out? We have so many different text message ones. These are just, again, these are all different lead flows. You can have ones from emails when people click on links and this and that. If I update a tag here, what does, if this, then that. Your entire world should revolve around that. And a lot of people don't think, all right, how can I make my life easier? Well, you have to start drawing it out. Start walking through your daily exercises, daily plan, right? All right, I wake up, I do this, X, Y, Z. I call this many people then, right? I call 100 people. Well, all right, how can you make that process easier, right? What can you do less of? All right, well, I can start building a list earlier, and I can have it pre-filter them, anything. But you start working through your day and say, all right, how can I offload some time? Not to make me lazier. That's not the goal. No, my goal is to make me more efficient. Okay, so I can do more, so I can work more. If I have too many leads coming in, it's either a filtering issue or a deal flow issue. Maybe I need another person to work them, or I need to put another filter above them so only the really good ones are getting to my lead flow, right? To my actual acquisitions team. I almost fucking died on camera. Coffee got me. Sorry. Oh, shit. That fucked my day up. Yeah. Coffee. Yep. Sorry. Anyway. Fun times. Let me, I hope that helped. I hope all that rambling made some sense. Trying to think how I can break this up and actually give you guys something. There's not really like you can copy my Zap. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Sorry, man. Man, I really apologize for that. It's not like anything I can, I can give you my Zaps to copy or anything like that. My whole goal of today was just showing different resources and making sure that you're using them to the full abilities. Hell, there's so many times I'll just go into ChatGPT and just ask it how to connect multiple different things, and it'll kind of walk me through the process. Because as good as they are, you run into different limitations, right? This doesn't actually work and jive well with the next. So I'm gonna break for here today, and then I have Brittany. Oh shit! No, hold on. This is another thing I want to go over real quick. Sorry, man. That fucked me up. I'm going to go over this real quick and then finalize on this, right? This is the Mastermind marketing plan. This is one that we built in the past 4 years. And it just, again, it walks you through things, right? Things that you should be thinking about. Am I looking at metro areas or am I looking at rural? What are the profits, right? Yeah, rural, I can get a better deal, but I have less buyers, right? So I'm gonna toss this up in the group underneath today's call. Go through it, and it just helps you set your marketing budget. Oh shit! So I'm gonna go hop on. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'm gonna stop coughing and dying, and then I'm gonna get ready for Brittany's call. I will toss that link. Maybe I'll text it out or something. I'll ask Brittany what I'm allowed to do, but I'll toss that link over wherever I can. So if you have anything or you need anything, just reach out. Let me know. Keep crushing it. Peace, man.